Hi everyone, I'm Cheryl with Speak Out Now. We're here on Speak Out on the Street in Bear Park for Domestic Violence Awareness Month. We're here to support Girls to Moms. They're doing a walk for domestic violence. They're also doing the walk for breast cancer awareness. And so we've been interviewing people on the street to talk about, to get their opinion on how they feel about domestic abuse. The numbers have increased drastically over the years. They have increased, and so we want to bring awareness because we want people to start speaking out, voicing your opinion, not to be afraid to say how they feel, what they see, and also give opinions on what's going on. So today we hope that you will embrace what we're doing. We'll speak out on the street, and also we want you to hit the notification key. We want you to comment. We want you to just make suggestions. We want you to subscribe, okay? And we want you to be part of our team. And also share this with others as well. So we thank you for your support. We thank you for doing what you do. And also on October the 30th at 9:00 a.m., the address is 2950 South Gessner Road. We will have our 3rd annual walk. And we would like for you to participate as much as possible. We need volunteers, we need supporters, we need sponsorships. We need you to be a part of our vision and a part of our campaign on what we're doing. You have a blessed day. Enjoy your day, your week, your month, and I hope to hear from you soon. Thank you. Hi, I'm Cheryl with Speak Out Now. We're here at Deer Park or Bear Park?
Bear Park.
Okay, we're at Bear Park for Girls to Moms nonprofit organization. They're doing their breast cancer and domestic violence walk on today. And so we have one of the associate directors, Ms. Terry Green. I can say your name? Mm-hmm. Okay, Terry Green. I should have asked you that. And so we're going to talk about, ask her opinion on what she feels about domestic abuse when it comes to women, men, and teens. So, Ms. Terry, how do you feel? What are your thoughts on domestic abuse for men, women, and teens?
It is really hard because when you look at the news, it's out of control.
Right.
There's no communication. And giving a good example, we don't know all the details, but the young man that was being beaten and bullied at school, and though people were speaking out, no one paid attention. And this young man had to bring a gun to school. And that is hardening. And then when you look at these young ladies that we deal with every day, and you think about they're in these situations and they don't have anyone to talk to, or the situation they're talking to someone and you're not listening. You don't hear them. And I just believe we should have more organizations like mine that you don't look at the money part of it. You look at how do we help these young ladies? How do you get to the point where you say, okay, I understand. I've not been in the situation of ever being abused, but I have been in situations where I've been helping the abuser. And being there and talking to them and letting them know that I'm here for you and try to help them get out of the situation. We just need more of that. It's so hardening when you look at the news and every time you turn around there's man killing a woman killing a man, child, reaching out and killing themselves.
Right, exactly.
Because they don't know how to deal with the situation and they feel like they have no way out. So we really need more programs, more money into those programs that's going to help these young women and men. Because there are a lot of men out there that sit quietly too, like the women that's being abused by women. And no one's want to recognize that, guys will say, oh man, that woman ain't beating on you. Man, you just need to be a man and man up.
Right.
Well, no, it's not always that situation. Because if a young man has been brought up to never hit a woman,
That's right.
then they'll sit there in that situation because that's what they've been taught. I'm not to hit a woman back under any circumstances. And so we need more classes, we need more intervention, We need more aid out here to help them in this situation because it is really, if you notice, from the young ones to the old ones, it's just really getting bad.
And I want to ask this question also. Why do people think that men don't get abused? That it's not like kind of like making it up. It's a lie. It's a story that they're coming up with. I mean, why do people think it's not true?
Because they believe the men are supposed to be that. They're the strong ones, you know. They're the ones in years past, over our history. It's always been the men who abuse the women.
Right.
And so that's what's always been out there. It's the men beating the women. You'll never ever hear about the men saying, I'm being abused.
Right.
Because they feel like, I'm not a man. I can't tell you that I'm being beat up by this woman. I'm not a man. So they sit quietly and you don't hear about it until one of the two are dead.
Right.
That's when you hear about it. So we have to find a way to get these men to open up about the abuse and let them know that it's okay. We understand. You know, you have to speak up and talk about it because when you open the door and you speak out about it, then others will come out and speak out about it too. And that's our problem. We don't give them the platform to speak out about it. There's no men that's going to say, I've been abused. You'll hear about the sexual abuse, but it's only after years later they've been abused.
Right.
When it was going on, they kept quiet because they feel like, I'm not a man. I'm not a real man.
Right.
Real men speak up.
Right.
Real men speak up, and that's what we need to do. We need to get these men, when they speak up, the young boys will start speaking.
Right. That's good. That's good. So what suggestions do you give men, women, and teens when it comes to opening up and sharing information? What suggestions do you give them?
The best suggestion I can give them is to find someone who cares. There is always someone in your circle that you can pinpoint to say that I can talk to and will listen. There's other people you can talk to and they talk to others.
Right.
But if you can find it, it's not always a family member. It's not always the people in the church. It's not always a social worker, someone at school. But there's someone in your area, someone in your circle that you can speak to and talk to, because talking does a lot too. When you hold it in and you hold it in for so long, then it starts to build up. And then that one little thing, that straw that breaks the camel's back,
Right.
like the young man at the school with the gun, that one thing that said, okay, enough is enough, I can't take it no more.
Right.
You don't want to get to that point. So they have to find somebody that they can talk to. These numbers that we have out there, they need to be more visible. They're not visible enough for these young men and women to talk to.
Exactly.
We put a lot out there for women. Talk to here, call here.
Right.
We need to do the same thing for men. Put that information out there. This is a number for men. If you're being abused, call us so we can help you. It needs to be a lot more of that.
Yes. And Ms. Terry, we thank you so much for your time to talk to us and to go along what you were saying. In the U.S., if I'm not mistaken, there's only 2 shelters for men. Only 2, when there's so many for women. And so we feel as though that men should have the equal treatment as well. And then also there should be more places for youth to go. I know there's the Covenant House in Houston, and there are probably some more places, but they need a place where they could go for a place of refuge, place of safety, you know, a non-judgmental zone, where they could really be open and say what needs to be said. And so we thank you. She's a Mary Kay rep, so if you need some Mary Kay, look her up, Ms. Terry Green. And so we thank you so much for your time and effort. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hi, I'm Cheryl from Speak Out Now. We're back again. We have Lloyd Howard as our guest today. He's going to give us his perspective, his point of view of men and domestic abuse. So, Mr. Lloyd, how are you doing today?
I'm good.
Awesome. I'm good. So we want to ask you, we just want your perspective on how you feel about men and domestic abuse.
That's a pretty open-ended question.
Okay.
Because there's such a wide spectrum of what's going on. So, in my opinion, in order for me to give my opinion on what's going on, I have to know what's going on.
So men are going through the same thing women are going through when it comes abuse. They go through the physical, the mental, the financial, the spiritual, the psychological, the emotional. The same thing women go through, men go through the same thing. Even teenagers, they go through the same thing. It's not like they have special treatment, but they experience the same thing. It's just the genders have switched. That's it. So it's like, how do you feel if a man was to come to you and say, hey man, don't tell me about this, but I'm not going to tell you. And you're like, okay man, what's going on? My woman's been abusing me. And then how would you handle that?
Well, you have to look at it from the aspect of, if the woman is abusing you, why are you still there? Because it's always lines of exit, and why stay if you've been abused? Stand up and go your way. I'm quite sure if you're in a situation where you're being abused, then it's probably, I can't go nowhere because. I can't do this because. But the because is always an excuse. You just have to, say, hey, I'm not going for this no more, put my foot down, but I have to go live in a tent, live on a bridge, whatever I have to do to get out of this situation. In my opinion, but a lot of times people say that if I leave, I don't have nowhere to go.
Exactly.
So I stay because, I go through this because, but the because is not a good reason to stay.
But now some men do stay just like the women because of the children. Okay? Some men do stay because I love my children, I want to be there for my kids, and what have you. So some men do stay for the children.
But how can you stay for the kids and be being abused? You're not being 100% effective towards the kids. So you're not being your best self if you're being abused. You're only 50%, 25%. But if you get out of that situation, you can be a great father from a distance. Just because you're not under the same roof don't mean you can't be a great father.
That's good. And I'm glad you said that because some people feel as though they have to be in the household to be a good parent. But so you're saying that even though you're not in the household, you can still be a good parent.
You can still be a good parent.
Okay.
Because to be a good parent to kids, the main thing is communications. To have that open line of communications to your kids. That way you can provide whatever they need because if you're in the know, then you know. And you can do it. But to say I have to stay and get my head smashed in just so I can be here for the kids, well, you can't bandage the kids up if you bandage them.
That's right. That's good. So, do you know of anyone that's gone through abuse, male, female, or child?
I know someone who's going through abuse, but
If they leave,
they were juvenile.
Oh, okay.
It was a juvenile relationship.
Okay.
And they called on me for that.
Oh, okay.
So I was like, okay, well, hey, I got my on the boots on, we can make an album. Because then nobody gonna be over there beating on you and you my child. So,
Right.
let's do
Okay.
that.
Okay.
And then went right back to them.
Oh.
But
Did you ask them why
they
they went
live,
back?
they learn, they argue, they fuss, they fight.
Right.
And some relationships go through that, and it wasn't a constant thing.
Okay.
So once they figured out it wasn't gonna work, they split up and went their ways.
Okay. But it wasn't like terrorizing the person after the fact.
No, it wasn't no hospital stays and black eyes and broken bones. It wasn't nothing like that. But a little slap here, but hey, you slapped my daughter. You should have did.
But one slap is enough. Right. Because then when you get to one, they keep doing it. They feel it's okay. And so when you said something, oh my God, I haven't seen your moment. Oh, I know what it is. So why did she say that she went back? Did you ask her why she went back?
Because I really do.
Oh, the love word.
I'm like, so you gonna call me over there to almost kill him? Now you going back because you love him. But why you call me in the first place? Well, because we was friends and but eventually they went their separate ways and everything was all good.
Okay, great. So, do you have a business?
Oh, yes, ma'am, I do.
What's your business?
I do party rentals.
Tell them what they do.
That's my business. Right
Okay.
there.
He does party rentals. That's a moonwalk, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
That's a bounce house.
Bounce house. Okay. So, tell us the name of your party rental.
Fun Time.
Talk to them.
Fun Time Event Rentals. And you can reach me at Fun Times 10 on Instagram.
Okay. Do you have an email address or something? A website?
Gee, that's the hard questions.
Okay.
I have a card that I can get, but I don't have it on me right now.
Okay, so what we'll do is we're going to make sure we have his. Oh, here. We're going to make sure we put Lloyd Howard. I'm sorry. I'm so busy laughing. Lloyd Howard's information on our website, so you can like look him up. Let's support our Black businesses as much as possible. And so we just thank him for his time and for his input. And
Can I hold you on camera?
Yeah, you heard me on camera. Yeah. Okay.
Thank you so much.
No problem. You have a blessed day. Thank you guys.
I feel like it's not right to do. They shouldn't really hit one another or abuse each other. Should like find peace, I guess.
So how old are you?
19.
You're 19? Okay, awesome. So what would you tell someone your age about about abusing their partner and things like that?
Or they shouldn't do it.
They shouldn't
Just,
do
like,
it?
Refer to other ways, like talk it out.
Right,
Probably go see a therapist or something.
right. And like teenagers your age, how do they feel about going to see a therapist?
I'm not sure.
You're not sure.
They should probably, try it out maybe.
Right.
Try something new, see how it works out.
Right.
See if they like it, see if they don't like it, or try something different.
Okay, awesome. And so I want to say thank you for your time. You did an excellent job. Okay? Thank you so much.
Actually, I think the stance that I have on domestic abuse and domestic violence is the only stance to have is totally and absolutely against domestic violence. The mode for action and move forward with getting help as soon as possible.
And the next question is real quick, is that do you think that men could be abused?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
And would you tell them the same thing? Go
Yes,
seek a help?
without a doubt.
Okay.
I mean, I think that that advice holds to be true for anyone, whether it be
Right.
man, woman, old, or youth.
Right.
If anyone's abusing you in an abusive relationship, go and seek out help.
And even if that's mental, financial, spiritual,
any
everything.
form
Any
of
form.
abuse.
Okay.
Right. Any form of abuse. No form of abuse should be tolerated.
Cool.
Absolutely.
Okay, great. Thank
All
you
right.
so much.
Oh, you're welcome.
Awesome.
Y'all
Thank
take care.
You too.
Bye bye.
How you doing?
I could find. I good.
You good? Okay, awesome.
Yo en mi casa no permitiría la violencia doméstica
Okay,
por mi bien y por el de ella.
right. Okay. And can you translate for your mom what she said?
She said that she would never allow domestic violence in her house for her and for me.
Okay, she said that she would never allow domestic violence in her house for herself and her child. And I think that is so awesome because your daughter comes first, right? You tell your mom?
Sí.
She said yes.
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much for your time. Have a great day.
You
Thank
too.
you.